We're back into the whitetail woods right now on Sportsman of North America.
Great topping on that so far, just in one day.
That is a big buck.
Welcome to Sportsman of North America TV with Mike McCabe,
Can you hear the call? Oh yeah, don't need a ticket. You don't stand in
Ray Howell,
just hanging with our friends. Yeah,
and SNA founder Keith Powell.
and proud to be where the good times.
This is Sportsman of North America, your ticket to the outdoors.
Boy, what a morning. We're right here in Buffalo County. And I'll tell you, it was a frosty morning. We got in early.
Mr. Pinch himself, Ray Howell,
I'm in the pinch mode.
gets us started this week in the Badger State, hunting one of the hottest areas in the country for big whitetails. Ray is the founder of Kicking Bear One-on-One, a nationwide mentoring program. Kicking Bear camps are transformational for youth and mentors alike.
Sitting here, we had 3 bucks come through today. We rattled the first buck in. He came in, he had half his rack was broke off. He's been fighting a little bit. Second buck, all he was doing is trailing. And the third one was an absolute monster. And I had no shot. I had within 40 yards of me, had no shot. I had to wait till he turned and came back. And when he came through, I was able to make the shot. That is a big buck. I hit him back a little farther than I wanted. It looked good. So hopefully he's down. Man, what a monster. I'll tell you what, folks, Sportsmen of North America, we're bringing you this here Buffalo County whitetail hunting. Incredible. That arrow looks terrific. And judging by the blood trail, I'm gonna start tracking them right away. I mean, it's like wintertime on these leaves and you can just see a blood trail like I can't believe. He's a monster. Come on over, Mitch. What a dandy, huh?
He's a pig.
Well, we called it right though.
Yeah?
10 o'clock,
10
I said.
o'clock.
We rattled in a pretty nice one this morning. It was all busted up. Had another buck come through just trailing. And then at 10 o'clock, where you least expect it, he come walking in. I could not believe it.
What a bruiser.
Well, folks, That's the Sportsman of North America TV show, whitetail hunting in Buffalo County. What a blast. What an exciting morning. Join us again for our next adventure.
Folks, this week we want to talk about hunting from an elevated stand. One of the most common errors made from hunting out of an elevated stand is shooting high on your animal. And the reason is, what you tend to do is when the animal's below you is you drop that arm, your outside arm. What you need to do is shoot just like as if you were standing on the ground. When you pull your bow back on the ground, your hips and your shoulders are square. So when you drop to shoot at an angle, you need to drop, bend at your hip, and keep your shoulders and your hips square. Do not drop that front arm. So I'm going to show you what happens when I just drop my arm and I don't bend at the waist. But when I bend at the hips, my anchor points stay the same. I anchor in, I bend at the waist. If you'll practice that and you'll live that, no more shooting high on an animal from an elevated stand.
It's time for this week's winter highlight. Real people on real adventures of a lifetime that they've won from Sportsman of North America. This week we join SNA winner Jeff Lingrosso as he hunts Indiana with CNC Outfitters.
Hi, my name is Jeff Lingrosso. I'm from Calhoun, Georgia, originally from Ohio. Lived in Georgia now for the past 8 years. In Georgia, I work for Coca-Cola Enterprises. I'm an account manager. Been hunting for about 10 years now, seriously. And I'll tell you what, it's become one of my biggest passions ever. I kind of joke around that I live my life one hunting season at a time. I look forward to every time I get the chance to spend some time in the woods. One of the things that attracts me to hunting too, especially deer hunting, is to be in the woods on a creature that literally lives and dies by how well it knows its surroundings and the predators are around there. And to be 20, 30 yards from a deer and that deer not have a clue that you're there, I think is one of the most awesome adrenaline rushes in the world.
The crazy part is I joined Sportsman of North America in June, and I won a month later. And man, I'll tell you what, just the great time that I've had so far, just in the one day, is worth, every bit of what I pay a month for this. It's awesome.
I found out about Sportsman of North America on a commercial. I watch pretty much all hunting shows at home, and they were giving away a Polaris. Everybody's looking to win something, so I got online. I put in for the drawing, and a couple days later I got a call from Sportsman of North America, and they said, was looking to join, and I'll be honest with you, I never joined these things, but it looked like they had a good website, a lot of things that I could use for me personally, so I did go on ahead and join it. When Chad called me, he let me know exactly what the hunt was. It was a 5-day whitetail bow hunt to Indiana.
It's the first day of my hunt. It's November 8th. Should be some good bucks chasing some does today. We got a nice big hardwood star backside. Got a field door east here. We got a lot of high hopes for today and this week. I'll tell you what, I'm excited. And man, I can only say I'm living a dream right now. This is definitely my best opportunity of my life.
We're kind of glassing the field and saw, probably, I'd say 150, 160 class buck. Just a beautiful, beautiful beast. He was about 150 yards out. He was with another buck, and I'd say in that day alone, we probably saw about 20 bucks. I had a really nice 10-pointer come out that night, and really could never get a clean shot at him. Really nice brow tines, probably about 7-8 inch brow tines. Nice G2s, G3s, just a really, really beautiful buck. Actually, what I was going to get, if he'd have came in close enough, I was going to get a shot at him. And
That's a pretty buck.
never really could get quite that clean shot. The second day was still good. Still saw a lot of deer, a lot of good bucks. Still, same thing is, you know, every buck that we saw was different from the day before. On the third day, we elected to go to the same stand once more because we were having some good sightings there. The bad part was the wind changed up on us that day. Instead of going from the southwest, it was a northeast wind. It hurt us a little bit. We saw some deer closer to us this time, but nothing really that we could get a shot on. On the last day of the hunt, we decided to take one more stand position. We tried a different spot altogether. Had a really nice 8-pointer come in right at daybreak, right at light. I mean, we had enough light to shoot, but he just wasn't a shooter. He came within 20 yards of the stand, really pretty buck. About 30 minutes after that, we really had a nice 10-pointer come in. He locked up at about 37 yards and the wind swirled and came directly from our back and pushed it right to him, and he just kind of turned, looked, and then just walked off. Things kind of slowed up. I mean, it was a really nice cold morning. It's 29 degrees. I mean, it's just a day that you'd expect to see a lot of deer. About 2:30 in the afternoon, we had that 10-pointer one more time. So he was actually behind me, and I was in a pretty big tree, so I had plenty of time that I could get turned around. Saw where he was coming through. I ranged a couple trees right there where he was going to come through at. The opportunities were there, and you know, sometimes if you don't capitalize, I mean, that's why they call it hunting and not killing. But just the overall experience that I've had with Sportsman of North America, it's just been phenomenal. A once-in-a-lifetime deal for me. In my life, I never would have dreamed that I could actually get to hunt deer the size that they have here. If I had any advice that I could give to any of the viewers out there, I would say join Sportsman of North America. For as little as it costs a month, the opportunities that you get by winning a prize definitely outweighs, you know, what you put into it. You know, the motto for Sportsman of North America is living a dream, take it to the outdoors, and I'm telling you right now, it is definitely my ticket to the outdoors, and while I was here, I definitely lived the dream.
We have the privilege of hunting with a lot of different outfitters each year, and when you go back to a place year after year, you make good friends. And that's exactly what we've done with C&C Outfitters in Indiana. We've had the privilege of hunting with Chad Chuck and Steve Sprague for years now. Our members have gone there. They've got great hunting. They kill some monster whitetails, but there's more to it than that.
How you getting along?
I'm getting along. How are you, Sarge?
You know, Steve passed away earlier this year, and I tell you, Steve was such a huge part of making that camp a huge success and just a lot of fun to be there. Steve was there to harass you when you came in, and Steve was a big guy you didn't want to mess with, and if you got out of line, he's going to be knocking you upside the head, and that's just a lot of fun. And he's an avid hunter, loves to hunt with passion like you wouldn't believe. He loves people, and it's obvious when you come into. He opens his house up to everybody. And
Come on in, I'll introduce you to my youngest son, Jeremiah. He's going to be taking care of you.
we're not hunting at a hunting cabin. We're actually staying in his house, and he opens it up, and it's just unbelievable to watch him with people and how people, you know, that he just met just love him, and that's just,
Gentleman here is needing an out-of-state turkey permit.
Okay.
and that's just his personality and what we came to love about Steve, and what we're going to miss about him the most is just as soon as you meet him, he's an instant friend.
So he was getting counted late.
Hey, that's pretty daggone good.
We counted.
Steve, hi.
We counted.
You know, one thing I do know is every time we go back to C&C, we're going to have a great hunt. But I will say, Steve, we're going to miss you.
The action continues in Indiana with CNC Outfitters and SNA field producer Randy Rice.
Hey folks, my name's Randy Rice here with Sportsman North America. We're getting ready to head back up to Indiana again this year. They've always told me if you want to kill big deer, you have to go where the big deer live, so we're headed back up to CNC Outfitters with Steve and Chad Sprague up there with Sportsman North America, and we're looking forward to getting up there. We actually got to hunt there last year and seen several good deer, just didn't get anything close enough in the bow range to take a shot at, so hopefully this year we'll get something in bow range and we can make a good shot on it. Yeah, Mike McCabe actually booked this hunt for me here at CNC Outfitters this year, and got to hunt with them last year out here with Mike McCabe, the host of the show, and Keith Powell, the founder of the show. Got to hunt with the guys here at the lodge at CNC, and just had a great time. Really impressed with the organization. So done some more research on it and everything, and they actually do give away 52 hunts a year. I know it sounds too good to be true, but they are making people's dreams come true. And how I know that's true is I actually got to do some of the filming of these hunts for the winners, and get to enjoy the time outdoors with them God's blessed us with, and just get to enjoy the time that He's given us together, and get to know each and every one of these winners and stuff, and get to know a little bit more about them, and just have a good time with them. The first morning of the hunt, they actually put us in a little funnel area where the deer were transitioning from feeding area to bedding area, and I think we seen 4 or 5 different deer that morning. Didn't see any shooters, seen a couple of nice little small bucks and everything. And that evening they actually decided to move us into another tree stand and set us up on another little transition area, I guess you call it. The deer were kind of it's tucked back in a little corner, and it was real thick, and the deer were a little bit more comfortable there, it seemed like, and that's where they set us up for the evening hunt.
Stick around, more action is heading your way. We're back. Randy's in a new stand, and the action's been steady.
We're here in western Indiana. We got a little button buck just come through, was bedded down. Stick with us.
For the evening hunt, they actually set us in a little transition area. It's kind of tucked back real nice and neat in a little corner. There's a big, massive white oak tree. It just forked off several different directions and stuff, and it had really good concealment and stuff in it. And we hadn't been in the tree stand probably 30 minutes, and yeah, I looked over at Bobby and told him I seen the doe there, and I knew she was bedded down. And I thought that time of day she's probably got a buck close by with her, locked up with her if she's bedded down that time of day.
Good buck right here. Folks, we're here in western Indiana. It's November the 2nd. This buck's been down below us for 30 minutes or more with a doe. He's just out of camera sight. You couldn't see from where the camera angle was. He finally came into range. I think we made a good hit on him. 5:45. Stick around, we'll see if we can't recover him here shortly. Lights out, give it a few more minutes. Then we're gonna try to track it up, and we'll hopefully see you soon with the recovery.
Well folks, we finally made the recovery. It's a little bit late. We had to leave it overnight, and unfortunately, before the neighbors found him for us, the coyotes had beat us to him. But fortunate enough to find him, and we're just thankful to have him. He's a very, very nice deer for me. I think he's a trophy in anybody's book, but I just want to say thanks to Chad Sprague and Chuck at CNC Outfitters. We're here in Indiana with them. And like I said, thanks to Mike McCabe for hooking us up with them. And most of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to be out here and enjoy this time in the outdoors.
Congratulations, Randy, on a great shot and a great buck.